policy. Discuss, consider, and adopt an electronic pay stub email delivery policy. Ms. Kitty, what do you have there?
I have an electronic pay stub email delivery
I'm gonna
policy.
read it all back then. Oh, well.
What this is, we are down to, it's usually less than 5 paper paychecks every pay period, depending on new employees. So the rest of the employees are receiving direct deposit. There is the ability now for the employee to receive, instead of the paper pay stubs, which tend to just kind of sit there a lot of times, we can now email the pay stub to the employee.
Personal email?
Yes, to a personal email address. And I'm not recommending using a county email address, because then we've created another record that we then have to keep according to the state library, and it's also subject to open records request. But this policy, when I started this, it was just going to be a memo to employees with the authorization. Russ looked at it, he rewrote my original memo and called it a policy, so I figured I needed to bring the policy to Commissioners Court for approval.
And it's optional, or is it?
It is optional at this time, yes.
Everybody's got a computer.
Well, that's right.
Well, I've got one that don't. I've got one that don't have an email address.
Right, use yours.
I don't like it.
Right, so if somebody does not have an email, a personal email address, we're not making anybody do this, but a lot of times y'all will come over here just to pick up paper stubs, and if everybody wants their pay stub to be emailed, then we'll stop the paper stubs. Completely optional.
There will still be a copy in my office.
Still have a hard copy in your office,
Yes.
paper copy?
Yes.
Do you have any other questions or comments? Can we have a motion then to adopt and sign this electronic pay stub email delivery policy?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. And that's carried. And you're welcome. Okay, that takes us to item number 10, discuss and consider application to renew auto liability, auto physical damage, general liability, public officials liability, and law enforcement liability insurance coverages through the Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool. Ms. Keith?
As it states, it's time to start the renewal process for all our liability coverages. And I wanted to see if it's the desire of the court to renew with TAC or to go out for bid.
How have they been on claims with all of these different ones we use all these from?
They've been very good with the claims. We've had a lot of claims this year.
Any questions or comments about
They've done good.
yours on TAC? Okay, you want to put that form of motion?
I will. Second.
motion and second to continue with Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool. Is that the motion? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. Nothing but nine. Number 11 is a 911 update and cooperative dispatch update. I have something on dispatch. Finally got back the letter from Cisco College where they signed to, we sent this out as we went through Commissioner Court on the 23rd day of November of 2015. And they just brought it back to me last week. Let's see, January 5th last week. And it is signed, and we found out from Rudder's office that Cisco College has paid in full. So there's really nothing to do except just put this into the minutes showing that Cisco College has signed it, it's fully executed, and I think I've got 2 copies here.
Judge Fields, that's already in there showing Cisco's signature.
Really? Does it show when they signed it?
Yeah, I'll put that on that note. Sherry and I shoved it back and forth for a whole week.
Well, you got a note here that I don't think I'll understand the dates on it there. I mean, that's fine, I just want to make sure Commissioner Court understands that we do have an agreement
I
on
was
that.
thinking they were the first one to get it back.
Yeah, I have a Cisco College, yeah, it's signed.
You're reading your own notes now.
Yes, I already have this in the minutes, and then Sherry sent it back, thought you had a placekeeper, but now executed. I do have a executed one.
Okay. Well, what's happened is they've changed the security officer up there, the police department chief, actually, they've got their own separate police department. And this showed up on his desk, I think, and so Jerry Dodson, the dean, brought it over last week. So, yeah, I guess we don't need to do anything about this except just make sure it goes into dispatch's file. So I'm gonna go ahead and give one of these to you, make sure dispatch has got it in the file. You already got everything you need off yours, right? Okay. And Sherry, if you get a copy of this now to Kenneth, he may already have one, I don't know.
I think I sent one to him already.
Sent one to him already?
Mhm.
Okay, all right, good deal. Then,
And dispatch requested a faxed copy the other day, so they could use dispatch.
so they've got everything they need at dispatch. Kenneth, you, the minutes, we should have everything there. Okay. Okay. And I don't have anything else on dispatch. Sheriff, anything from your perspective?
No, sir.
Okay. Anybody else have any issues on dispatch or 911? Anything on 911 addressing, Sheriff?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Item number 12 is update on county burn ban. Burn ban is off, of course. Anybody want to put burn ban on?
I'm scared of rain.
Okay, no action on the burn ban. Personnel matters, Ms. Key, what do we have there?
I have a report for the period December 22nd through January 7th, and there were no new hires, no terminations.
Okay. Sounds good. Item 14 is budgetary and appropriate matters. 14A is certification of additional revenue. Looks like we have one of those.
Yes. I have $276.09 received from the Texas Cattle Exchange. It was for an estray sale. These go into the jury fund, and it went to the estray sale proceeds line, and I am increasing the miscellaneous expenditure line by the same amount.
Okay. That's the only one that we have.
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any questions or comments about the additional revenue? Do we have a motion then to certify the additional revenue as presented this morning by Ms. Key?
Motion.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. Okay. 14B is emergency amendments.
No emergency amendments.
14C is line item adjustments.
There are some line item adjustments. You'll see on in the right column of the description, there are certifications of additional revenue from last Commissioners Court. And then the rest of them are adjustments within budgets.
Okay. questions or comments? Hearing none, can we have a motion then to accept and approve the line item adjustments as presented today?
Say,
Motion made, seconded, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. Okay, next up is 14B, the Auditor Treasurer's Report. Ms. Keith.
This is our regular meeting report. It's as of the end of business, January 7th. General fund had $1,621,300.70 in checking. Road and Bridge, $404,993.92 in checking. This does not include the funds held by offices other than the treasurer's office. I haven't made the general ledger entries. Total funds, general ledger balance, $8,506,884.80. Then the combined statement of revenue and expense by fund is going to show the month-to-date revenue and expense for the first 7 days of January, but it will show the year-to-date also, which will kind of give you a end of December picture. And then the combined statement of cash receipts and disbursements, also showing January beginning cash balance, cash receipts, cash disbursements, and ending cash balance. Then the schedule of payments, and it's on 2 pages. Then the investment report.
Any questions or comments on the Auditor Treasurer's Report? Hearing none, can we have a motion then to accept the report? .96%. Almost a quarter of a percent.
It doubled between the end of November and the end of December. Yes, it's sad to say I was excited about .24. One certificate of deposit for cooperative dispatch, it renews last week. And I would suggest just to let it renew for another 150 days. County Farm, 1 CD, 30,000, and then special revenue had $106,206.51 in checking, money market.
Gentlemen, any questions or comments about the investment report? Next one, I'll make a motion to accept the investment report as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. Okay, that takes us to 14F, financial reports. And Kathy, I've got the sheriff's report on fines and fees from the treasurer's office. I've got justice court deputy 1, 2, and 4, constable precinct 4, election administration, and jail report.
And county clerk.
You got it. Your report, your monthly report, okay. And the county clerk report, it's probably got this. Okay. One, can we have a motion to accept those reports just now? Motion made, seconded, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign, and those are accepted. Okay, last up is item number 15, bills, claims, and accounts. Steve.
We just have two reports this meeting. The first one is dated January 11th. It's accounts payable for today. And the second one is dated January 12th. Those are accounts payable. That is our first health reimbursement account reimbursement. It will be paid today, but it's dated the 12th.
Do you have any questions or comments about any of the bill claims or accounts?
Motion.
We have a motion then to accept and pay the bill claims and accounts as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign, and that carries.
Okay, it's Constable 4 and JP 1, 2, and joint elections. I have 2 copies of joint elections, and somebody missing one.
I've got one.
Should probably make one for me.
You have everything you need? Okay, everything you need?
Yes, sir.
No, can we have a motion to adjourn? Motion made, seconded to adjourn, all in favor, say aye.